today I'm excited because I've been working on this for a little while, and I was thinking about, man, I get a lot of guys, I talk to a lot of people, and they always tell me this one thing. And so today we're gonna get right into that. So look, if you're a one man shop, if you're one man by yourself, or maybe it's you and someone else, or maybe you have a skeleton crew, right? It's you and another guy, maybe two or three guys, right? And it feels like you're maybe like an uphill battle. It feels like an uphill battle because you're like, man, I'm having to do body work. I'm having to do the paint work. I'm having to do the prep work. I'm having to do estimates. I'm having to pay bills. I'm having to do marketing stuff. I'm having to do supplements. I'm having to order parts. Man, it's just like I don't have time. Like how am I growing the business? I don't feel like I'm growing the business. It feels like it's just not going. It's not growing. Why doesn't it feel like that? If that's something that you're going through, by the end of this video, I'm gonna give you a solution to help you get back on track, help you feel like you're building momentum, help you see an increase in production, have you see an increase in sales, and hopefully get you to that next level, right? But before we get started, I want you to share in the comments, what obstacle are you currently dealing with your business? Is it trying to find people? Is it marketing? Is it what are you struggling with? Because what I'm looking to do here in our comments is maybe to create like a fireside chat. And what that is like when people like have a question, but then someone else that's already like that's gone through that can help answer that question. So what it is, like, we're just helping each other out. So we have this database of just everybody just helping everybody, and everybody's gonna grow at one time. And what it does, it creates a lot of positive energy, and everybody starts to grow. And because it's like a support team. So please, in the comments, put whatever problem you're dealing with. Say, hey man, has anybody dealt with this, or how do I get over this? I'm struggling with this. What should I do? Just ask the question. Maybe someone else has gone through that and they can answer that question for you. Okay. Let's get right into it. So look, I'm gonna give you some stats here. It's pretty eye-opening, but I'm gonna share them with you. And once we finish the stats, I'm gonna give you the tools that I've used, and I still use to this day, to help me scale the business. And get it back over here. So look, check it out. So here we go. So look, this is some stats. These are some we put some stats on what helps shops grow, right? And look, check it out. Shops where owners consistently learn new skills, especially in leadership, marketing, and operations, are 2 to 3 times more likely to break 1 million plus in annual sales. Okay. Shops with owners investing in continuous learning are 50% more profitable than shops where shop owners only focus on repair skills. So like that's saying, like, if you're just kind of staying in and doing the body work, doing the painting, and not reaching out to like learn these other skills, you're gonna miss out on that 50% profitability increase. So the average gross profit margin for a collision shop owner who actually learns new skills like sales, closing, financial management, DRP, negotiation, leadership is around 43 to 47% compared to only 32 and 36 in non-learning shop owners. So, if you can learn one new skill a year, you're already gonna be like above the average shops. So just try to develop some new skills, take some time. And then the last one, it says shops with owners attending at least 2 training conferences per year on topics like leadership, estimating, systems, marketing, were 70 times more likely to expand in multiple locations. So this is pretty interesting too. This is like, because the reason being is because it's kind of like what we're doing in the comments. We're going to form a community where people start helping each other out and you build a network. All right. Because I guarantee you in the comments, and like there's no such thing as dumb questions. So you can put whatever on there. Hey, how do I set up my Facebook? How do I set up my Google? How do I build a website? Whatever your question is, just put it. Who cares? Because maybe someone has just done that and they connect, right? But most importantly, what if he says, "Hey man, hit me up on the IG, hit me up on Facebook. Let's connect. What city you in? We're in the same city, man. We should go to lunch." Boom, you create a relationship right there, and your network grows. Let me see. Leadership skills matter more than technical skills. Once a shop hits about 600 to 800K in revenue, shops where the owners level up in team building, customer communication, and time management scale 40% faster than average. So check that's pretty powerful right there. Because look, I talk about this a lot, because you can be a technician, you can be a badass technician, you can even be a badder ass technician, if that's a word, once you develop some leadership skills. You understand? Now, dude, you're gonna be unstoppable. That's why I have so much what's the word, like when someone's in the body shop industry, like I'm just like, dude, like it's a gold mine, bro. Let me show you, let me tell you why. Because once you already know this, you already know how to fix cars. Once you develop this new skill, dude, you're gonna like you're gonna be great, like, dude. Because think about it, someone that goes let's think about someone that goes to college for like 10 years, right? Or 5 years for business, right? Well, they know business, but they don't know the technical skills. And you already have both. Okay, let's get right into it, man. So before we get into this, like everybody that stays to the end, I'm gonna put a link. I'll put something for y'all can get this PDF. And what I would suggest is like I would suggest printing it out, making multiple copies of it. Make multiple copies of it. Use it as a starter guide or like a journal for yourself to try to get yourself on track. And what this is gonna do, man, this is gonna be very powerful because now you're gonna start taking back your time. Okay. So let's get into it. Auto collision business, time blocking and daily schedule. So time block sheet. So there's a book called The One Thing. And one of the main concept in the book is like saying, hey, if there's only one thing you can do, let's say you have 20 things to do, right? But if there's only one thing you can do, and by doing that one thing, it's gonna make everything else easier or unnecessary, right? So maybe put that as a one thing. For me, like one of the one things that I would say for me a lot of times is like just making sure that I stay on my meal, on my macros and my meals, make sure I'm eating clean, make sure I'm drinking a lot of water, just making sure that I'm fueling my body right. Because if I don't fuel my body right, then I'm not thinking clear. I'm more sluggish. I'll gain weight. My back starts to hurt. Like it's just crazy, but like I don't get good sleep. So it has that affects everything else. So what time blocking is basically saying, okay, you know what? I'm gonna map out maybe every hour or maybe every 30 minutes out of my day. And I'm gonna use that for a specific task, right? And what it does, like now you break up all your day and you're able to do multiple things. So if you're a one-man shop, what this does is it allows you to do, okay, now and between this time and this time, I'm gonna do repairs. Okay. Between this time and this time, I'm gonna do marketing. Between this time and this time, I'm gonna do supplements. Between this time and this time, I'm gonna read, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna take care of my health. Between this time and this time, I'm gonna be with my family. So now it allows you to take your time back. And whenever you develop this schedule, now you can tell people, hey, you know what? My schedule's full. My schedule's full. Hey, dog, there's gonna be a party Thursday night. You should go hit it up, man. It's gonna be after hours or whatever. We're gonna be there till 10 o'clock. Starts at 6. Man, you know what? My schedule's full, man. I have something on my schedule already. See? So it's gonna get you away from those distractions. So these are some examples, right? And you can change this however you want, whatever fits you. I would advise you to just play around with it and kind of just see what works for you. And don't like the thing is like once you see this, you might get overwhelmed. Like, man, I can't, like that's too much for me. Just start by doing one or two things and then see how it feels. And maybe do one thing. What if you time block only one thing out of the day? And you say, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna time block this and I'm gonna see how it works for me. And what's gonna happen is gonna make you feel good. And when it makes you feel good, you're gonna want to do it again. So now you're gonna say, you know what, let me time block two things. Let me time block three things. Hey man, you know what? I got a lot done this week. How? I time blocked a lot of stuff. Oh shoot. The game changer, right? So check it out. So six to seven personal development and exercise. Maybe that's like exercising and reading. And the reason why that's important is because you don't want to get up in a reactive mode. You don't want to get up like having to like check your emails, check texts, like you're rushing to the shop, you're rushing to get food, you're rushing, right? Because now you're just reacting to the whole day. And your day's pretty much going to be downhill and it's going to be mentally exhausting quick. So you want to get up on your own time, maybe do a little bit of exercise, maybe do a little bit of reading, get your mind right. You know what I mean? Then you decide when you're going to go in. So then it's going to be from 7 to 8. It's like planning, reviewing jobs. So now you're just sitting down saying, okay, what do I have to do today? What do I have going on? What do we have to do? What do we have to get done? You know what I mean? You're still not in reactive mode. You're being proactive because you're saying, okay, what do I want to do today? What's important? What do I need to get out? You're kind of planning everything out, right? Game planning. From 8 to 9, it's technician morning meeting, right? And maybe it's just you and another guy. There's nothing wrong with having a meeting, saying, hey, John, what do you got going on today? What do you got going on today? Okay, you know what? I need you to do X, Y, Z. I need you to do this. Or you know what? You do this, I do this. Boom, we got a game plan, right? So even if you have two people, that's still very powerful because what they say is like they say the mindsets of two people is the same as three. So use that power. Don't just like brush it off. If there's another mind there that you can tap into, use that other mind, and that's gonna make y'all both stronger. Okay. And it says from 9 to 11. that's deep work, right? So what focused work is deep work. So that's like maybe you have to work on some claims, maybe you have to do some estimates, maybe you have to submit some paperwork to the insurance, whatever. That's like those are like money making things. You know those things are going to generate money, right? 11 and 12 is a customer follow up, right? Maybe some inspections. But that's also like a high level activity because you want to follow up with customers. Hey, Roxanne, I saw you come in. You called me last week for an estimate. Did the insurance approve that claim? Do I need a call for you? Do I need to get the car towed in? So you're doing that follow up stuff. You see what I'm saying? From 12 to 1, you take a lunch, close everything down. You know what I mean? Close the shop down, close everything down, and make sure it's from 12 to 1. And tell your other guys, hey man, 12 to 1, 12 to 1, we go to lunch. Oh, I don't take lunch. I'm gonna stay here now. Take a lunch, dude. Close everything up and make sure everything closes up and everybody leaves, takes a break. Okay. Just keep it like that. It's a lot easier. I'm telling you what because what's going to happen is like you want to build consistency. And if you know everybody's gone from 12 to 1 for lunch, you know everybody's going to be there at 1 if you need them, okay? 2 to 3 is going to be okay, 1 to 2 is repair order audit. So that's maybe you're going to go walk the shop and see where they're at. Are they still on track? Is there any delays? Do you need to order any special parts? Like what's going on with the vehicle, right? Parts verification. Maybe you got some parts in. Maybe you're matching up the parts. Maybe you're checking in parts for a vehicle that you got. One thing that we did with our parts, our vendors, is we say, hey man, we close from 12 to 1 for lunch. So if you're gonna deliver parts, deliver them after lunch. And so that way you're not coming during lunchtime and just and disrupting your lunch break. Okay, from 3:30. So then we have from 2 to 3:30, right? Workflow check. So that's also just a production walk. You're gonna walk the shop. You can move this. This is an example, right? You can play around with this. You can play around with this however you want. Maybe your day's not as busy. You can put more tech time in there. You could put more estimate time. You can play around with it. This is just a breakdown of how to structure a very powerful full day, right? Maybe from 2:30 to 4:30, you're handling supplement approvals. You're calling adjusters, you're sending photos, you're just kind of documenting things. Maybe from 4:30 to 6, you're doing marketing, business growth activities. That's like maybe you're gonna go visit some vendors. Maybe you're gonna go by the dealerships, take them some business cards. Maybe you're gonna go by some insurance agents. Whatever the case, you don't have to do this every day. You can actually like say, you know what, I'm gonna do marketing and business growth on Thursdays, 1 day out of the week. Okay, you can also do that. You don't have to do it every day. Let's do a break. So 6 from 7 is family dinner time. You know what I mean? 7 to 8 is personal learning. So that's like as you kind of get dinner, get the kids to bed, you say, you know what, like I'm gonna do some personal development stuff. I'm just gonna read a book. I'm gonna look online some marketing strategies. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video. Maybe that's when you watch these videos from 7 to 8. You say I'm gonna get online, hit up Stan, see what he has going on, see what I can learn, and I'll implement that to my business. From 8 to 9, you can review tomorrow's plans. So that's journaling. So you can say, you know what do I got to do tomorrow? One thing that was very powerful that I learned is like if you sit down before you go to bed and say, you know what, tomorrow I got to do this. How am I going to deal with this? What happens is like you go to bed and it's almost like your mind goes to work trying to solve these things. Because as men, we're very logical, right? And we're very strategic. So we're like trying to solve things. So whenever you present your mind with an obstacle or a problem, it goes to work to try to find that. Maybe from 9:30 to 10, it's just winding down, preparing yourself for sleep. You don't want to be on your phone at night too much because the blue screen will keep you up. And what it does is actually, I want to say it actually boosts like your cortisol. It doesn't allow you to go into to rest. Okay, so you got to be careful with that, right? Because look, your body, whenever you start to shut down, your body should release melatonin, right? And when your body releases melatonin, it allows you to go to sleep. But if you're on your phone, you're actually releasing like cortisone, or you're just kind of like keeping your body up, right? And it's not good because it'd be hard to go to sleep. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna go to sleep later, and then you're not gonna have a good sleep, right? One thing about sleep, man, is like you want to make sure you're getting 6 to 7 hours of sleep. And I know that some guys are like, man, I run on no sleep. If you're very active and you're doing a lot of stuff, you need to get sleep. That's when your body rests. Okay. That's when your body recovers. So look, man, this is like I said, this is a template for the morning routine, right? Some more stuff right here is like 6, you can wake up, work out, mindset, affirmations, 6:30 review task of the day, So there's time blocking, and this is like scheduling, right? So there's different things that you can do. Let's get into this one too. This is another one. So this is another thing. It's kind of like this is also almost like scheduling, right? So like 7:30, open the shop, prepare. So this is the operational, right? So like this is pretty cool because now you can say you can kind of set a schedule for when things happen in your shop, right? So for example, you can say, at 7:30 we open the shop, we prepare the whiteboard with current jobs, right? So you update the board, you go in there, you update the board, right? For ours, it's okay. We're open at 7. We mop the office, we clean the bathrooms, we do all that cleaning first, right? Make sure everything's clean. Once everything's clean, we open the bay doors up, right? We turn all the lights on, right? We have a Spotify playlist. We put the playlist on, we get the music going, we get the energy going, right? Then they go in there, they check emails, then they get ready for the morning meeting, right? So look, you can change this however you want. But then you have the quick huddle. That's a morning meeting, right? Where you maybe assign jobs. Like I said, you go over things. So this is just another version of the time blocking. This is a little bit more like this is a little bit more strategic to like the process of your business, right? So you want to kind of start to develop a routine of things, right? And the reason why I'm saying a routine is because once you have a routine written down, then you can teach someone else to do it, right? That way you're not having to do it. And one of the things that this helped me is because I made a routine for the morning, right? I said, hey, you get here at 8, mop this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. At 8:30, we have a meeting. So now when I hire someone, I give them that task to do. So that allows me to prep for my day better. You know what I'm saying? As an owner, because now I'm focused on high level activities. I'm focused on bringing new business in. I'm focused on partnerships. So I'm not having to do the small little task. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on the money making task. Okay. From production management, right? So you can do 9 a.m. is deep work. Like this is kind of the time blocking earlier. This is like a little bit more stretched out. This might work for you because maybe you're not as busy. And the reason why I shared both of these is because one of them is going to be like if you have a lot of stuff going on, or one of them is gonna be like, you know what, like I'm in the beginning phases of getting my shop going, so I'm not really that busy. This will still work for you. This will still work for you because now you're just breaking it down into each hour. So this is gonna work for you, right? Like and what I'll do is I'll see if I can bring up a sample of what I have for our tech training guys. But you get the idea here, right? And like I said, I'll attach a copy of this if y'all want one of this whole thing, right? So look, afternoon powerhouse, right? Revenue protection. So at 1, you're gonna check insurance approval, supplement updates, visit paint, body area. So at 2, you're gonna visit all those areas. 3:30, finalize any tickets for close by Friday. So you're always you're always pushing jobs out. So you want to make it a point to always be pushing the jobs out, because if the jobs ain't going out, you're not making room for new jobs to come in, right? Late afternoon, future focus. We could spend one hour on marketing, team recruiting, or systems improvement. So one thing that we do for team recruitment is we're always running ads on Indeed for techs, or we're always running ads for apprentice positions, or like marketing helpers, photographers, sell people that maybe might help in sales. So we're always recruiting because you always want to keep that pipeline full of people looking to work. 5:30 wrap up, team check in. Anything needed for tomorrow. So maybe make a list of things that you need to order for tomorrow. That way you're kind of not waiting till the last minute. And then 6 o'clock you can close, right? You do want to try to have an opening and close time. That way your business is consistent. Even if you want to stay late, you can stay late, but make sure you have regular hours of operation. That way people can look online and say, okay, he's open from 8 to 5:30, and they close from 12 to 1 for lunch. Keep that as your operating hours, but you're welcome to stay later, or you're welcome to do anything else, right? And then again, at 8 o'clock, you want to do that journaling. What are some wins? What are some challenges? What improvements do you feel you need to make? And I guarantee you, man, this is gonna this whole system right here, the time blocking and just taking back your time, is really gonna open up a lot of things. Because look, let's say right here on the personal development thing, right? Let's kind of run this up, right? So let's just say, for example, you're spending 30 minutes a day. Let's say you exercise for 20 minutes, right? You just kind of do some push-ups, maybe some, jumping jacks, jump rope, whatever. Just get your body flowing, right? Okay, but then you're spending at least 30 minutes reading, right? So you spend 30 minutes a day. That's a week, right? So that's 2.5 hours a week. So that's 2.5 hours, right? A week. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 hours, 9, 10 hours of personal development that you did in 1 month. That's 10 hours a month, right? Times 12, you do the math, but you're going to improve. You're going to be improving. So that's something that I actually implemented was I just started to do a lot of personal improvement in the evening, in the morning, when I'm at the gym, because I know that's one of the keys to getting to the next level is learning new skills and personal development. And actually, like, dude, you'll be surprised. Like, I don't listen to, like, if I'm in the car, I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm at the gym, I'm listening to an audiobook, right? If I'm at home, I'm reading a book. On the weekends, I'm studying, right? Because I know that personal development is going to get you to the next level because it just takes it's everything is based on skills. Okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? Well, if I learn the skills, I'll definitely level up. Okay. So it's not about luck. Luck is there. Like I'm probably the luckiest person, right, in the world. But you still have to be prepared. You know, once you're prepared, people are gonna be saying you're lucky all the time. You know, it's just we're prepared. So once again, man, I hope this video helped you with that obstacle. I want to ask you a big favor if you can like and subscribe this video. And if this video was very helpful, I got another video right here. It's 5 tips. 5 tips on starting an automotive shop. So I have that I'm gonna put that video up here. But I encourage you to watch that one because that one is probably gonna open up some eyes too. So hopefully this was helpful. Once again, man, I appreciate y'all watching. Massive action, man. Let's keep it going.